Hello, my name is Visor. Welcome to episode 7 of Let's Play The Witcher 2. Last episode, we started doing some prep, we raided Laredo's house, and got some pretty cool stuff. This episode, it's still nighttime, and I really want to craft one of the silver sword diagrams that we got. So to pass the night, we could either sit here and wait, or we can do another side mission. Now, we could go with King Ziggy, but it's just going to be a fighting tournament, so a bunch of mini-games. It's kind of boring. Instead, let's go hang out with the Blue Stripes. I kind of wish we'll be going to talk to Roach, but we're just going to be talking to Vess and two other guys.
Geralt of Rivia, the king of the witchers, the witcher of kings.
Come on, have a drink with us.
Alright, sure. Let's have a drink with these three.
I wouldn't mind a shot. Celebrating something?
A great victory.
Interesting.
We did away with Veopatis, or whatever the hell they call him.
13 hacks off his head and nailed it to his arse.
You behaved like swine.
What? We're not allowed a bit of fun? It was only a wooden puppet.
Come on, let's play our game.
Right, toothpicks.
Knife throwing. Care to try me?
Yeah, sure, we can take on Vess and knife throwing. Now, technically, we haven't leveled that up yet, but we're going to be able to do it for this little side mission.
Gladly.
Vess against the witcher. Place your bets, gentlemen. 10 to 1 on Vess.
10 to 1 on Vess. Damn, these guys do not think Geralt can pull it off.
Witcher, oar on the wall.
Okay.
Vess, fish head. Witcher, cured ham.
Alright.
Vess, barrel. Witcher, map on the wall. Geralt wins.
Awesome. We just got an attribute that'll increase throwing knife damage.
There they are! Those are the shitheads who desecrated Veopatis' statue!
Pitchforks! What will you say, Bumpkin?
What's going on?
Nothing. We had a little competition.
They threw knives at a statue of Veopatis! It's blasphemy! Our gods desecrated by soldiers!
They're no ordinary soldiers, but blue stripes. Know what that means?
Blue or green, it's all the same to me. They're whoresons, all of them!
What did you say?
I just...
You said what you thought. Good, that's the way. Beer for this brave man. And drink to my health. Here's to the whore's son, Vernon Roach.
Vernon.
You've got shitty glassware in Flotsam. Not fit for a hero, but I've got an idea. Drink the whoreson's beer from the floor.
Geralt, do something.
Yeah, probably should do something about it.
I'll try. Vernon.
Alright, finally a chance to do some persuasion.
Leave him alone. It's not worth it.
You don't know shit. Consider this your lucky day, mongrels, and get out of here. I have to take a walk.
You're too hard on Roach.
I don't like sadists.
Vernon was a half-orphan.
What does that have to do with it?
He was raised in poverty. His mother turned to whoring to keep them from starving. The other children called him a whore's son. Hasn't been able to handle that insult since. Come on, let's have a drink.
I'm a little confused why she said we were too hard on Vernon. Because really, she told us to intervene, and we did. So...
All right.
Remember when we had to wait in the cave for reinforcements?
How could I forget? We ate Pete, we were so starved.
Ah, those were the days.
Here's to Pete, tart and nutritious.
I like these guys. Kind of funny.
What do you say to a little competition? A keg of beer to whoever beats Geralt at arm wrestling.
And if Geralt wins?
I'll give you my sword. A true antique. But it sacks off many a head. You don't make them like this anymore.
All right.
Me throat's a little dry. Pour us a drink, someone. Remember when I bet a lieutenant I could plough 4 elven halls at once?
He said we'd sooner cross the sea on the arses of 4 whores strapped together to make a raft.
I'd have managed it.
Sure. If only there were that many elf women at the brothel. Let's begin. We'll see if 13 can beat the Witcher.
Alright, so there are still some mini-games, but I think this is a pretty fun one anyway. More fun than going with King Ziggy. Anyway, this guy is 13. You can actually see his tattoo on his neck. It says 13. And tattoos are a big deal for the Blue Stripes. They all got them.
13 proves too weak for the Witcher. Keep practicing there, mate.
Plough off, the lot of you. Somebody pour me a drink. Remember when I rode my horse into a tree?
Can't say I do.
Have a shot. It'll refresh your memory.
Gentlemen, now it's Fen against the Witcher.
Actually, I'm a little confused by that. Why is that guy called 13, but this guy called Fen? I thought the whole number thing might have been a blue stripe thing, but clearly isn't. We got Fen and Vess. And then 13. I don't think he's an android or anything.
Geralt, the prize is yours.
May it serve you well.
Take care. Gentlemen, to our health. Just like after the Battle of Garge.
Aye, that was a right piss-up. We puked all over the battlefield.
To paradise on whores' arses.
Oh, these two. So proud of puking all over the battlefield. So silly. Now it's a beautiful morning, and we're naked.
Got drunk as newts, you did. Never seen anything like it in my life.
Anything like what?
Such a sight.
Meaning?
Better you don't remember.
But I want to know.
I tell you for a few or ends.
We could, but we did max out intimidation, so let's do that.
Listen, I'm a witcher, and I'm massively hungover right now. So speak or regret it.
All right, then. Talk to the madame. She knows the details.
No, that's kind of bullshit. We told him to tell us what happened, and he's telling us to go ask somebody else. This jackass. Anyway, we're gonna head to the brothel and ask the madam there. Alright, here we are at the brothel again. Let's go meet up the madam, who's currently still sleeping because it's kind of early in the morning. Let's see what she's got to say about last night.
Greetings.
What can I get you, fine lad?
Okay, let's see what we did yesterday.
They say you know what happened here yesterday.
I do, but you'd be better off not asking, darling.
Talk.
Nothing's for free, especially in a brothel.
Well, since we can't intimidate, we gotta try to pay her off. Now, you could put a smaller amount in, but she might not accept it. It's just sort of a waste of time, so let's just go all in and have it all be done with in one go.
All right. Talk.
5 of you came in, or crawled in, I should say.
I was crawling.
Indeed. One of the blue ones ordered 5 girls. I gave you the best because you showed me good coin.
What happened next?
This is the interesting bit, because instead of ploughing them like the normal soldiery, you mounted them and told them to give you a ride to the port.
Can't be.
Ask the lass in the uniform then.
Vess was here too?
Sure was. She tried to stop you, but you were too much for her.
Oh, I love that bit of the story. Anyway, let's go see Vess. Hopefully she's not too embarrassed or disappointed in us. Alright, here's Vess. Let's see what she's got to say.
I talked to the madam. Is what she says true?
I tried to talk you out of it, but you insisted you'd cross the river on the whore's arses. You tried for several hours, but it just wasn't going to be.
What happened next?
You said you wanted to be one of the blue stripes and had to get yourself a tattoo.
What tattoo?
One like ours. And you got it.
Shit. Where are my things?
You left them all over the place. I gathered them in that trunk by the window.
Thanks, Vess.
It's so fucking ridiculous. And you never quite see what the whole tattoo is, but I think it's a naked whore with a shield and sword. Or something like that. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. And look, there's 13 and some other guy.
Watch out for Fen. He's downright daft, that one.
Anyway, let's grab our stuff. Now, this is the sword we got for winning the arm wrestling. Now, Fen said a great deal about it, but overall, it's actually not that great of a sword. For example, I don't know where I got the scoop, but here's the pickaxe, 1321. The sword is only 10 of 13. It's not even as good as the sword we get at the beginning. It's very cool looking, though. Anyway, let's equip our armor, including the new armor we got for raiding Laredo's house. Yeah, technically we don't need armor yet, but we probably shouldn't wander around the town naked. I mean, think of the children. Now, I want to take a moment to talk about armor enhancements. Well, there's also weapon enhancements, but we're using a pickaxe. We're not going to be improving that, nor can we. This armor, though, has a slot for an improvement. So we're going to use this thing I found a lot earlier. It gives you +2 armor and +10 vitality. Now, this is not really that rare. We can actually buy a diagram to make something similar to this, so I'm not too worried about using this now. No reason to save it. And there we go. We've enhanced that piece of armor and has improved armor rating as well as vitality. Anyway, that should do for now. Let's go on and continue on our mission. Look at that. Pretty cool looking. But now let's go craft our stuff. The blacksmith is finally open, so we can actually get to work. Considering we really sort of need a silver sword to do monster hunting. Otherwise, it's just sort of a huge waste of time.
And then she says,
However, we're not just going to be crafting today. There's a few other things I want to do as well. Like, for example, these two guys over here.
Here comes the Witcher. Think he'll agree?
No, I don't know. Should we just walk up and ask him like that?
They'll keep going on like this for a little bit, so let's just talk to him and get it over with.
Ha!
Greetings. A word, if you will.
You see, we've created an alchemical substance and we wish to test it in Vizima, in a laboratory.
Seeing as you're a witcher, we wondered if you'd be willing to test it in practice.
In a year or two, given the occasion, you could visit us in Vizima. We'd examine you and reward you generously.
We need to study its long-term effects. We can't say more.
Are you in?
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Splendid!
Excellent.
Now, if you could also keep a journal of the experiment.
Don't overdo it.
Alright, there we go. Now, let's see what they gave us. They gave us a critical effect mutagen. Mutagens are basically these things you can use on your character page and it'll improve your stats. Basically, if we go on our character page here, looking at fortitude, you notice there's a little circle here. You can sort of slot in a mutagen and you'll gain that effect. If we put a point into arrow redirection, we would gain access to its mutagen slot, but I really don't want arrow redirection. It's not actually that useful. Anyway, the blacksmith is right over here, so we might as well talk to him and make her a nice silver sword.
Hey, boss. Look who's graced our smithy. That titan of the art of smithing can't hear us. Busy. Work's a blur in his hands. And how are you, Witcher? Things working out for you?
Nice workshop.
Bah, it's no workshop, just a simple forge. But thanks for the compliment, both in my name and the master's. So how can we help you, eh?
Just a bit of teleporting over there. Anyway, there's a few things we can do here. We can get him to craft us stuff, but first we need to buy a few things. Now they sell quite a few interesting crafting diagrams. Some of these will create crafting items, some of these will create upgrades, but what I think is the most interesting is this jagged blade over here. It's actually a really cool primary sword, though it costs a lot to make. Now I don't mean the cost here, I mean the ingredients cost. For example, you notice this ingredient called teeth. If you want to buy these in town, it'll cost you about 1,000 gold. And we just don't want to do that. We need to make our silver sword first, because we just got so many monsters that we need to be hunting right now. Once we get that out of the way, maybe then we'll make a jagged blade. Plus, these teeth come from a monster we're contracted to kill anyway. Now, to make our silver sword, we also need 2 silver ores, which we haven't found, so we'll buy them here. Alright, we're ready to go. Let's craft that sword.
So how can...
Now, remember in the dungeon when I said, hey, cool, we got a diagram for a claw, and we'll talk about it later? Well, now you can see what it is. It's basically a really cool trap that does quite a bit of damage and causes some bleeding. Now, we can't make any of these, unfortunately, because it requires a pretty rare ingredient that we just don't have access to yet. However, we might pick up some of these during our monster hunting contract. Now, we do have 2 other armor diagrams that we picked up from doing various quests for the townsfolk, but these are not actually useful. We've already picked up better armor than these, so we'll just let them sit here. Now, here's the diagram for the robust silver sword, and it's a little better than the other silver sword diagram we picked up earlier. Anyway, let's get this, craft it. Boom. Finally, we have a silver sword again. We can finally go monster hunting and all that good stuff. Alright. Now, there are a few other things I want to do. For example, if I want to go in here.
Nonsense. Just nonsense.
Remember way earlier when we did the dice rolling thing. Well, we're gonna play dice with this guy. He's the fourth person we have to beat.
Greetings! What brings you here, White Wolf? Make yourself at home, please.
Do we know each other?
I've heard, or rather read much about you, in the letters of the Rivian diaspora.
Well, nice to meet you.
Einar Gausel, fundamentally a trader in old curios, although I also concern myself with the non-human community.
Okay. So there's quite a few things we can do with him, and we're gonna do all three of them. But first, we're gonna start with the dice.
I want to play dice.
All right, shall we?
Okay, let's go all in on the first bet. But you've seen dice rolls before, so we'll probably skip along ahead. Wait, did I get what I think I got? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome! The first time I've gotten a straight like this before. Pretty sure that's unbeatable, so let's go all in again. Also, I might not skip the footage this time. Like I said, first time I've ever seen that happen before. Great.
I lost!
Hand over the coin.
Here, but I'll not play you anymore.
So, who is up for a game around here?
Sendler's the best.
We'll see.
Alright, we'll go meet Sendler later, but we still got a few more things I want to do here.
Take your time. No hurry.
Alright, this time around, let's change his haircut. Might be interesting. Personally, I think this one looks pretty cool. Just my personal taste. Oh, look at that. Personally, I like this one the most because it's shaven.
The gods have no love for your kind.
That's kind of rude. We're totally doing a favor for this guy and he's yelling at us. What a dick.
Mind if I have a look at your books?
Take your time. No hurry.
The books are kind of interesting. Now, we did read the book about dragons earlier and we gained knowledge about them. Here, I'm going to buy every single book that talks about, contains all the available knowledge because it's kind of useful. Alright, so I've bought all the books. Now I got to read all of them. But the main point of this is by reading these books, you gain knowledge about these monsters. And this knowledge can help you on your quests, as well as allow you to unlock other stuff. See? Now by doing this, it changed your contracts. For example, it changed your Necker contract, as well as the Entangled contract. Now, normally what you need to do is kill a bunch of them, then you would gain the knowledge. But this way is a lot faster, and I think better for the LP. Granted, if you do murder a bunch of them, you can get a lot of really useful loot, so it's kind of a trade-off. Additionally, if you look under attributes, here is all your monster knowledge. If you look over here, you'll notice it says 3 of 3. Normally, after you kill a set group of monsters, you get one part of that knowledge. Clearly, reading the book's a lot faster. Anyway, so now we did all this, let's head on to Sendler. We need him to do something for us. Now, so far, we've seen a lot of Flotsam, but there's actually an area right outside of the walls. I don't know if I would call it a village, maybe a hovel, or 3 or 4 houses. But whatever it is, that's where Sendler is, and that's where we are headed. We've actually gone through this door before when we went on the quest for the alchemy thing, where we killed McShady. But anyway, over here is the little hovel of Lobedin, or whatever. There's still a decent number of people here, but the one we're interested in is in the hut over here. Sendler, who also deals in, well, you'll see. So here's Sendler's hut. But I think the thing you notice most is this giant monster head mounted on the wall. Sendler's really into taxidermy, I guess.
Excellent work.
In it? The finest hides and the tannins on half by either. A straggler here, a lobber there, sometimes a hapless calf. I've even got otter fur for you.
You hunt?
Oh, we must not hunt in the royal forest. Even children know that. Besides, it's too dangerous to go among the trees now, what with all those monsters.
They must be finding more food in the area.
A war's brewing, methinks.
Not necessarily. The Scoia'tael attack merchants and ambush patrols. Ideal conditions for necrophages.
We ought to wait for better times and be satisfied with the little things, like the good book teaches us.
Okay. He's a little weird, but let's roll some dice.
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we play now?
Yes, that's why I asked to play some dice. Fucking weirdo. Alright, dice again. I'll probably skip it this time. Hopefully. Are you fucking kidding me? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. Holy shit, I'm on a roll. Oh wait, he got the same damn thing. Motherfucker, what's wrong with this game? Well, I guess we'll see what happens when we tie, because I'm going all in, because I know this is unbeatable, you know? Huh, okay, I guess he forfeited. I'm okay with that.
You're good. Here's your coin.
Alright, so we're finally gonna show why I've been doing all this dice stuff. I want him to make me a trap.
I heard you deal in traps.
Indeed, though that's not all I deal in.
I don't want coin, I want something else.
Suit yourself. Choose.
Now, here are the traps he has. The steel jaws trap we already have. This is the clawer, so we don't want to get this. The freezing trap's not bad. It does less damage, but, you know, it's a nice freezing trap. Explosive trap is also pretty good. Personally, I like the freezing trap just because the resource to build it is actually a lot easier. Plus, we'll be getting other explosives soon.
I need the design for the scorpion's death. It's a kind of trap.
I know what it is. Dumb name, but that is what everyone calls it.
It works on neckers and endrigas, and that's good enough for me.
Endrigas and neckers. Exactly the things we have contracts on. Oh, also though, before we leave, let's buy one more thing from him. Remember earlier I used that armor enchantment? Well, this is the guy where you can buy something really similar to it. Diamond armor reinforcement, which has the exact same stats as the dwarven reinforcement. Personally, I think it's worth having. You know, while we're here in Lobodin, there's a few other things I want to trigger. We got some time, so we might as well burn it on getting a few more quests ready. For example, this huge crowd over here.
You'll betray no one else, Elvin bitch.
They seem to be pretty pissed about something. But they'll go on like this for a bit, so let's interrupt it.
What's going on here?
This whore's a Scoia'tael spy.
Any evidence?
What's it to you?
Easy. She loiters around the garrison, kick-kitting us. Roderick says he bound her, but I don't believe that.
I did!
Yeah, I kind of doubt it.
That's your evidence?
2 of our lads are missing. Last seen with her.
I only spoke to them. Then they went off towards the caves. That's all I know.
The bitch is lying. She led them into an ambush.
This ought to be easy enough to resolve. Look inside the caves.
But they're crawling with all sorts of filth.
Pussy. By filth, he actually means monsters. But since we just got this nice new shiny silver sword, we might as well handle it for them.
I'll do it, but you'll pay me. Wait for me at the harbor.
Okay, another bit of trouble that we need to resolve. But also, I want to talk to this lady over here.
Well,
my medallion vibrates when you're nearby, and it only vibrates near magic or danger.
Maybe it's warning you not to make a pass at me, lest I slap you.
You're right. I should watch what I do.
Listen carefully. People may say I'm a witch, but I don't deal in spells. You don't look like someone who'd come for a charm or a curse. So you either seek out sensations or hunt witches. Whichever the case.
I'm not about to denounce you, nor do I want to see you dancing naked in the moonlight before Veopatis' shrine.
How dare you?
I want to buy some herbs.
Herbs?
For personal use.
Not actually what I want to do. I've already collected plenty of herbs with my looting problem. Instead, I want to talk to her about this amulet. The amulet we got from New Boy.
What do you know about protective amulets?
I'm no sorceress, but I know a bit about magic. Why do you ask?
Take a look at this one. I have reason to believe there's something not quite right about it.
I'd say there's magic in it without a doubt. I'd gladly buy it from you.
Well, that's suddenly a weird response.
Why do you care about the amulet so much?
I collect antiques. They may be useless to others, but I see value in them.
I don't believe you. You want to buy a piece of metal just because it's old?
I don't have to explain myself to you.
Oh, that's not right. Well, let's level up her persuasion again.
I'm a witcher. You don't want to lose a customer like me.
Huh. I suppose you've convinced me.
Let's get down to it then.
This isn't any old talisman. I'm almost certain it's Melitele's heart. It's a very powerful artifact. At least, it used to be.
It isn't anymore?
It was cursed, and the spell distorted its effect. It once protected those who wore it. Now it brings misery upon them.
Why do you want to buy it from me then?
I know a ritual that can restore its original power. Unfortunately, the necessary ingredients are extremely rare.
What do you need?
Essence of death, a troll's tongue, the eyes of an aracus, and an endriga's fetus.
I might be able to get you those.
Yep, that's all I wanted to do with her, so let's move on. Now, we can actually buy from her all the things we need to make a really awesome sword, but like I said, it costs 1,000 gold. I just don't want to spend that much money on something I don't need yet. Anyway, for a while now, it's been asking us to talk to Cedric, so we've been sort of avoiding that, but we might as well do it now. He should just be right up here on this second platform. As well as Triss, who's been up there since, I guess, yesterday afternoon.
In Belk, it'll be nearly a year now.
Moril would delight in a day like this, Saharan. Enjoy the memory of her. Don't wallow in the longing.
I try, I do. But I cannot believe all the bad blood this disappearance has bred.
Don't let other Shay poison your memory of her. Hatred is but an outlet for helplessness.
Thank you, Cedric. Vafail.
Vafail.
Okay, let's talk to Cedric.
Are you Cedric?
Who asks?
Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, the Witcher. And?
Triss Marigold.
Lovely scent, Triss.
Creepy.
Cedric, look at me.
What do you want, Geralt of Rivia?
Oh my, look at all these options. Now, like I said, most of these NPCs, you have a bunch of things you can talk to them about, but I don't want to go over all of it because part of it's redundant and it goes on forever. Let's just focus on the quests.
I aim to kill the Karen. Heard you might be able to help.
That depends on the sort of aid you seek.
I need information.
We should have killed it years ago. Now I don't know. The beast has become too large for the riverbed, and it has strange growths on its tentacles, extremely thick skin. Previously, it inhabited a swamp along one of the Pontar's tributaries. Completely wild terrain. Even the Scoia'tael don't venture there. You should go see the wreck of the boat it recently sank. Inspect any traces it's left. See the destruction.
Where's this wreck?
Venture south into the forest, then turn east toward the river. You'll find the ruins of a bridge erected long ago by the Enshe. The wreck lies at their foot.
Thanks, Cedric.
Well, that's interesting. It extends the quest, but I want to buy something from him right now. Now, if you look through his inventory, he actually has a lot of interesting stuff. For example, the Arachnid's Eyes. Pretty sure that's for the amulet quest we have to do. He got a bunch of other stuff as well, but right now, I just want to buy a formula for Grape Shot. Ah, here it is. It just has so much stuff. Anyway, the Grape Shots are basically little grenades that I want to buy and make, because they make these quests a lot easier. Now that we got all these nice diagrams and formulas, let's actually go make these bombs and traps. Now, you might have noticed that Grape Shot was a formula. To do formulas, it's actually alchemy, not crafting. Alchemy is a great way to make all these formulas you've been picking up so you can make more cat or other buffs, as well as Grape Shot. Now, Grape Shot does about the same damage as the explosive trap, so I think it's pretty awesome. Anyway, let's just get 10 of these. That should be plenty for now. Alright, so looking at crafting again, you might have noticed we have a few new things. For example, this Endriga hide armor is something new, and we actually got this for reading the book on Endrigas, which is kind of cool. Like I said, reading the books does allow you to unlock new things. Same deal with the Harpy trap. We got this for reading the book on harpies. Anyway, let's focus on the Talgrow at Winter. That's actually the trap we got from him. I don't know why he said it was the scorpion's tail. But anyway, as you can see, the ingredients to make this trap is not super rare, so I think it's a better pick. Plus, we already have the Grape Shots anyway. Anyway, just getting a few of these should do. But that's it for this episode. We pretty much finished our prep. We have a nice silver sword, we have a bunch of traps and bombs. Next episode, we'll start killing shit. But until then, thank you for watching, and hope to see you guys next time.